We went to the moon as trained observers in order to gather data not only with our instruments on board, but with our minds. And I'd like to quote a statement from Plutarch, which I think expresses our feelings since we've come back. The mind is not a vessel to be filled, but a fire to be lighted. Thank you.
Hey, what's up guys? Tyler here with Secureteam, and today I want to show you something directly out of the Apollo moon mission program that is totally mind-blowing and mind-boggling to me, and it really took me quite a lot of time to discover, and I think once you guys see it, you'll understand why I wanted to post a video on it, because this is one of those cases where the story isn't just what you're looking at, but how hard it was to even find it in the first place. So the image that you're seeing here comes from Apollo 15, one of NASA's most scientifically intensive lunar missions, flown in 1971. Unlike earlier Apollo flights, Apollo 15 spent an extended period in lunar orbit and was equipped with a high-resolution metric mapping camera designed specifically to capture extremely detailed images of the moon's surface for geological study. The frame you're looking at here is known as AS15-M-0598, and what makes this image unique is its sheer scale. The original scan of this image isn't small. It's a massive, roughly 16,000 by 16,000 pixel TIFF file, weighing in at over 1.5 gigabytes in size. So in other words, this photo is massive. And this is the kind of image that scientists use to study crater morphology, surface texture, and fine-scale lunar features. Not something that most people ever zoom all the way through or down in on. And well, that is where things get interesting. So as you guys are seeing, this frame shows a large impact crater, photographed from orbit. The image itself looks fairly unremarkable at first glance, but when you zoom all the way in, and I mean all the way in, scanning edge to edge, pixel by pixel, something unexpected appears on the far right edge of this image, roughly halfway down the frame, sitting inside of a small crater. And also note how far I am zooming down to find this thing. I had to zoom all the way in till I couldn't any further. And what do we find sitting in said crater? As you're seeing now, it's a small but very distinct elongated UFO. And it doesn't look like anything we've ever sent to the moon that I know about. So as you guys are seeing here, and I will show you guys different views as well as some artist renditions hovering or sitting within this crater and what it might look like if you were down on the surface, you'll notice that this is distinctly an object or a structure of some kind. It's not circular. It's not irregular rubble or rocks. It is a smooth, cylindrical, and cigar-shaped UFO standing out sharply against the darker moon dust, or regolith as it's called, that is surrounding it. Now, what's important here, as I briefly mentioned earlier, is how this UFO was found on our moon, which, again, and I can't stress this enough every time I discuss it, is an enigma in and of itself, from how it was created, how it even got into orbit around planet Earth, the fact that there are no other moons in our entire solar system like our moon, and just all of the totally crazy, insane UFO footage, imagery, and activity that we've discovered happening on it. And this image here is no exception. This UFO here, it wasn't highlighted by NASA, obviously. You know, it wasn't pointed out in any caption or study. I only came across it by sheer luck while manually scanning. this enormous image at full resolution, something that would typically take weeks with this size of image, which raises the obvious question, how many people have ever actually looked at this image this closely? Because I'm really surprised I haven't seen this anywhere else. But then again, I am a die-hard lunar anomaly hunter, so who knows? But when you isolate this object, its geometry becomes even harder to dismiss. It appears intact with consistent brightness and defined edges. It doesn't resemble common imaging artifacts like scratches, dust, or film damage. It also doesn't match the shape or texture of surrounding rocks or crater debris. And as you guys have seen in this artist rendition that I created, placing a similar white cigar-shaped form at ground level inside a lunar crater, and imagined what it might look like if I was just standing on the moon or hovering right above it, it becomes clear just how out of place this object would be if it were truly physical, which it looks to be, because this is an official NASA satellite image and of the highest resolution and quality. Now, at this point, I don't know much more about this. There are a few explanations I'm sure that people will naturally reach for, such as image artifacts, compression issues, debris from an impact, or photographic anomalies. And those are always worth considering. But here's the thing. This is, as I said, a high-quality metric mapping photograph, not some low-grade scan that's been rescanned and rescanned by several different people. This is straight from NASA's official HD image archives. These images were captured with precision cameras calibrated for scientific use and intended to preserve fine detail across vast areas of our moon. And when you combine that with the object's shape, its location inside the crater, and the fact that it only reveals itself at extreme zoom, and I can't stress enough how impossible this object would have been to have found had it not just been blind luck on my part. You start to really understand why discoveries like this sit unnoticed for decades. This also isn't happening in isolation, and if you're new to the channel, you will want to check out any number of the hundreds of past videos I have done relating to our moon and the obvious extraterrestrial activity that's happening and occurring above it and on it and likely inside of it. So whether this object represents something artificial, something left behind, or something we don't yet understand, one thing is clear. It doesn't belong comfortably in the conventional story that we've been told about the moon. And that's why images like this still matter and deserve all of the attention and viewership that they can get. Because if it's one thing I've learned in over 10 years of doing this kind of research on this channel, sometimes the most revealing discoveries aren't hidden by secrecy. They are simply hidden by scale, buried in data so vast that almost no one ever looks closely enough to notice. So yeah guys, tell me what you think about this down below. I will post the link to the original image. You can head over, download it, check it for yourself. Tell me your thoughts down below, and thank you all for watching today. We are not alone. Much love, and I'll see you on the next one. Stay safe, guys.